Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, and distinguished award recipients. It's a great privilege for me to be here with you today to recognize Dakota Brant for her outstanding work. So, Dekunharado sewa guego, ayamashi sewa dakaride, dano sewa tsanuni, dano guego skan. So I bring you greetings of health and peace and happiness. And so it's my great honor tonight to be able to present to you Dakota Brant. I think it's only fitting as well to recognize that behind every, I think it was said earlier by Justin, that behind every great man is a woman, but I think behind every great behind every great person is a loving family, and in particular a loving and mother and father. And so I'd like to just take this time to recognize Terry Lynn Brant, Dakota's mother, and her sister. And her sister, Jessie Brant. I think it's only fitting to remember in the back of your mind that this award is given to a person under the age of 35. Dakota, being only 23 years old, has accomplished a tremendous amount in her short time. And she will go on to accomplish even more great things as her future unfolds for her. In our culture, as Haudenosaunee people, we believe that all of us as human beings are sent here with a particular purpose to fulfill. And we are given gifts that enable us to fulfill our purpose in life. And so we're fortunate then, in the recognition of the names that we carry, our traditional names, to recognize that in many of the things and the gifts that we have to offer in the process of helping people, I think as it was just mentioned that this helping high, that's our role as human beings. Our role is to help one another. And you'll see that after the many things that Dakota has done, you'll see that at the epitome of her being is her ability and her desire to help people. Her name, Deojistokwade, is bright star. And you will realize that the root word of that has to do with fire. Ochire is the root word that we use for fire. And the fire that we talk about, Wajire, our family fire, the spirit fire that we carry within us, our families, and even to the stars, Ojistoparanyo, that root word is there. So we believe then as Haudenosaunee that our being is tied to not only the things that are in the universe, it's tied to our family, and it's exemplary in the spirit that we carry of our particular personal fire that all of us as human beings carry. Let me just quickly highlight for you some of the accomplishments of Dakota's work, and I'm just going to read these out for you, so pardon my reading here. Dakota received her degree in 2010. She has a BA with an honors BA in Indigenous Environmental Studies, and she was our very first graduate of the program. I'm very happy to say that she was exemplary. She has gone on to receive multiple Dean's Honor Roll recipients. She's graduated in the prestigious President's Honor Roll. She's a recipient of the Joyce Miller Prize Award and the N. Memorial Scholarship, and she's also won the Indigenous Environmental Studies Award recipient. Prior to her coming to Trent, she has studied, or as part of her education here at Trent, she studied at Jijonhetne Neongowana, of Keeping the Language Alive, a language program in Tyendinaga. She's also studied, before she came to Trent, the Ongowana Kunjokwa, the language immersion program in Grand River. She has also gone on to acquire an Assumption College School in 2005, so she's an OSSD graduate. She's a CJEP graduate in 2004 in a summer French immersion program. Her work experience includes Indian and Northern Affairs as a substitute teacher. She's currently a firefighter with the Six Nations Fire Department at Grand River. She has worked last year for the Trent University Department of Environmental Sciences as a research assistant. She's done community planning office, and she's been a community planner's assistant at Grand River, Six Nations. She's done all of this, and she's also volunteered at the Trent Central Union Association when she was here as a student. She has been the vice president of the Trent University Native Association. She has been a guest lecturer for the Trent University Pine Tree Lecture Series. She has worked as a youth leader in the Spirit of Youth Working Group. She's been a radio personality with CKRZ, which is our Voice of the Grand, our community radio station. She's been a group leader for the Native Youth for Life. She's been a draft declaration writer for the the United Nations Urban Youth Forum Draft Declaration Committee. She's been a facilitator for the United Nations Urban Youth Forum and World Indigenous Pod. She's done in her other work, she's also created the Little Bear Dance Troupe, which is a Six Nations youth ages 5 to 10 in Haudenosaunee style dancing. She's done work for the Aboriginal People's Choice Music Awards. She was an award bearer. She is also APTN Live Show National Aboriginal Day performer. She has worked with the Kehewan Native Dance Performance. She's worked at NOJEM, which is the First Peoples Performance Theater at Trent University, in 2 performances. She's also worked at APTN, the Aboriginal People's Television Network, in a feature called Next and another feature called Contact. She's been on TVO's Vox Talk as a special guest. She's received as awards and accomplishments a National Aboriginal Achievement Award, which was attended just this past month in Edmonton as a special youth recipient. She is currently the Miss Indian World for 2010. Just beautiful. 2010, and she is cultural ambassador for the Miss Indian World. She's, as I mentioned earlier, a recipient of the Joyce Miller Prize, the Nwang Memorial Scholarship, the Women in Leadership Foundation for the National Aboriginal Women in Leadership Award, the recognition by the Indian Defense League of America as an ambassador, special youth ambassador, the AFN, the Assembly of First Nations National Youth Summit essay winner. She has a scholarship award winner for Suncor Foundation. She's also a scholarship award for the National Aboriginal Achievement Foundation. She has been the past Miss Six Nations, the community ambassador. She is a recipient of the CIBC World Markets Youth Miracle Maker Award in 2005, and she has also been the youth delegate for the Aboriginal Spiritual Journey. A lot of stuff for somebody that's 23 years old. I hope that you will join me in recognizing our bright star, Dakota Brant.